All right, so I need you to kind of go with me for a second here, right? It's the challenge of employee demotivation that is facing so many industries globally, a phenomenon that undercuts the very fabric of organizational effectiveness and employee satisfaction. So, why does this happen? Often there's a lot of misunderstandings, lack of engagement, each contributing to a workforce that feels disengaged and disconnected. But here's a thought, right? Empowering leadership rooted in nuanced understanding of individual and cultural dynamics is not just facilitative, it's crucial. It's about identifying and addressing factors that sap employee motivation, developing cultural intelligence, and wielding effective questioning as a tool for engagement, and embodying essential leadership competencies. So let's consider an employee stifled by micromanagement. Their creativity is curtailed, their innovation is replaced by compliance. This lack of autonomy leads to inevitably a decline in motivation. Contrast this with an environment where autonomy is encouraged, where values are aligned and contributions are recognized. In this, the true essence of motivation lies not in external rewards, but in internal satisfaction, knowing one's worth, of feeling seen, of being an integral part of a greater whole. And then cultural intelligence is also so important. Leaders with cultural intelligence transform the workplace into an inclusive environment where every voice is heard, but not only heard, but valued and sought after. Insights from different perspectives are so important to give. I've been in environments where you could see that somebody's bringing an insight that is rooted in their cultural environment that they're bringing to the table, and that is so valuable, right? So leaders with this kind of cultural intelligence, understanding how each culture relates, or at least being humble and open to understanding culture and cultural differences, making allowance for cultural differences, can create an environment that is inclusive, where every voice is heard, respected, regardless of cultural origin. Effective questioning as well is like a master painter at work. A skilled leader uses various questions to illuminate the landscape of an employee's mind. This practice of inquiring genuinely and seeking to understand rather than to confirm preconceived notions empowers employees. It involves them in decision making, it gives them a sense of ownership and investment in outcomes. It also illuminates their thinking. So there are things that they may not have necessarily thought of, but as you ask questions, oh, I didn't think about it that way. That's, as they think through their positions, they are able to create further insights that are valuable to the team. So let's talk about some essential leadership competencies that undergird all of this. At the forefront is ethical leadership, integrity. You can ask all the questions you want, right? But if the team doesn't believe that you're asking from a place of trust, a place where you value them, where you're saying one thing one day and doing the next thing the other day, or where you're changing like the wind, or they get the sense that you don't mean what you say. All of these things fall by the wayside. It doesn't matter how culturally intelligent you are, people will think you're trying to manipulate them because you understand their culture. Right? So leaders who demonstrate unwavering ethical standards become trustworthy. Their moral compass guides their actions and those of their followers, inspiring their teams to strive for greater heights. Emotional intelligence is also another pillar. We hear about this all the time. Being able to understand the undercurrents of discontent, recognize signs of unspoken stress, and offer support where needed. That's crucial. Finally, the balance between strategic vision and execution marks the hallmark of genuinely successful leadership. Leaders who excel at this competency blend aspirational goals with pragmatic strategies and connect it vividly in the minds of their teams. They can motivate their teams through a sense of purpose, steering the organizations towards a strategic goal. So where persons like to feel involved, they like to feel like they're working towards something greater. that can help to address the level of discontent or demotivation that tends to take hold in our organization. So, in conclusion, empowering leadership in today's complex and culturally varied workplace is about, I know I talk a lot, right? But just to answer the question, to make sure you have a clear understanding of, where I'm coming from. The empowering leadership inspires, right? In the culturally varied workplace, it's about understanding people, inspiring them, leading them towards a collective vision of excellence and commitment and fulfillment. I think we underestimate how important it is that when persons come to work, they feel fulfilled, right? They feel like they're giving their best. They feel supported. They feel like this is something that is worth their while, right? It's not just, oh, I'm here to make a quick buck, right? It's about creating workplaces where employee engagement and motivation soars, right? Leading to enhanced performance and organizational success. Employee engagement is very, very important to success. I think we underestimate how important it is to have employees that are engaged in the work that they're doing. All these quiet resignations and quiet quitting. You have so many employees, over 70-80% of employees are disengaged, right? We need to put in the work to ensure that our teams are engaged in the work that they're doing. So, and this style of leadership echoes throughout organizations. It's a melody of motivation, inclusivity, and success. So, as we move forward, let us carry with us the understanding that leadership at its very core is about people.